Okay, today, inshallah, I will introduce to you the last stage in the Chomsky enterprise. And before doing so, just a joke about it's usual to say, inshallah, about any action that you're intending to do in the future. So one guy said to his friends, tomorrow I'm going to the market to buy a donkey. And he didn't say, inshallah. So his friends reminded him, you should say, inshallah. He said, no, I don't need to say it because I have the money in my pocket and donkeys in the market, so I get a donkey tomorrow. Well, the next day he went to the market, he came back, and he was asked by his friends, what happened? Did you buy the donkey? He said, no, the money was stolen, inshallah. Anyway, so I will try to introduce to you Chomsky's Minimalist program. I will try to be as objective as possible by quoting directly from his book, published in MIT. This is the last stage in his theory. So you find some very interesting things. It's more philosophical, in fact, than technically linguistic. He tries to limit all the description of language to just two phases, something similar to De Saussure's signifié signifiant. So for him it's the phonetic form and the logical form. Logical form meaning and phonetic form structure, if you like. So as far as the philosophy is concerned, he asks a very crucial question. He says, how can a system such as human language arise in the mind, brain, or for that matter in the organic world, in which one seems to not to find anything like the basic properties of human language? So human language is a unique system and man is unique. Right. What else can be said? Okay, so man is unique, right. Now on page 3, he speaks about the morphology. In fact, this theory has got a little shift from syntax to morphology. So even the sentence is now called agreement phrase, right? So if you say, the man comes, this S is the most important part of the sentence now. So he says, no one ever dreamed of a universal morphology. That idea too has a certain resonance in recent work. So morphology is special to every language. So languages can be universal in logic, same ideas, binding, theta theory as we explained before, but not in morphology. In fact, this theory is also leaning towards Semitic languages like Arabic and Hebrew. So page 199, or you're out of your mind, as the New York speakers say, 199. Okay, what does he say? Page 199. Okay. He says that well, note also that the language might allow both weak and strong inflection, hence weak and strong NP features. Arabic is a suggestive case, with SVO versus VSO correlating with the richness of visible verb inflection. So the example that may explain this idea of Chomsky's is that in Arabic you have VSO sentences and SVO sentences, and each time the agreement is either rich or poor. So if you say جاء الأولاد, we call it poor agreement, just جاء. But if you say الأولاد جاءوا, this is a rich inflection. But languages usually are just SVO or VSO, but Arabic allows both. Okay, now he moves to Hebrew on page 224. Yes, 224. Yes, what does he say? page 224. He speaks a bit about the morphological transformation, phonological and morphological, if you like. He says that intervocalic spiritization and vowel reduction are natural and simple processes that derives the Hebrew genvu, they stole from underlying gnib. Right? Spiritization is to transform a stop into a fricative, right? Or like Palestine, Philistine, right? Vowel reduction, so if you have a CV syllable, it becomes just CC, you reduce it, right? Now he speaks also about Irish on page 198. 198, what does he say about Irish? 198, so okay. So there is a language typology, languages differ, so you have VSO, SVO, so what does he say? He says, consider the difference between SVO languages like English and VSO languages like Irish. So, one of them has got a rich inflection and one has got a weak inflection, but Arabic allows both. So, to just summarize this minimalist philosophy, in fact, more than a theory of language in the minimalist program, that is, he reduces language description to just two forms, logical form and phonetic form. Let me just try to find something about logical form. Well, simply logical form would deal with binding. Remember the sentences, the doctor told the patient he was insane. So this he can be either bound to the doctor or to the patient or to a third person. Also, logical form has to do with the semantics, that is theta roles, the agent of the action, the victim of the action, the location, the cause, etc., etc. Now, phonetic form cannot really be universal except for some features, like if you say the back of the tongue goes against the tip of the tongue, which is physiologically possible. But otherwise, every language has its own specific phonetic form controlled by parameters. So this grammar consists of two main ideas: principles, which are universal to be found in any and every language of the world, and parameters, which are specific to at least one language family, if not to a specific language. I hope the minimalist program has been roughly introduced, so you have just language has got just two faces, like in the coin you have the king on one side and the verse on the other. So it's phonetic form, face to face, with logical form. Thank you very much.